Nebraska Public Media Sports, your home for championship sports, is live from the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln for the NSAA Volleyball Championships. We move now to Class C1 as the top-seeded Kearney Catholic Stars take on the Minden Whippets. And hello again, everyone. Along with Kathy Wieskamp, Anna Bellinghouse will be joining us momentarily. I'm Larry Putney. It's good to have you inside the Devaney Sports Center for our fourth state championship of the day. This one, again, it's a #1 seed versus #2, two teams who certainly know what it's like to be down here in Lincoln competing for a title.
Absolutely. Both these teams have experience in this situation, and they've been battle-tested throughout the year. We've got a 1 and a 2 matching up, and both these teams had a 5-set match in the semifinals. So they have been pressed to get here, and so now they're here. They want the whole thing. They want the trophy as they leave here. But two, again, well-coached, well-performing, and again, experienced teams here in this final.
Kearney Catholic, a 2-hour drive from Bob Devaney Sports Center, located on the corner of East 35th Street and Avenue A. Minden about 13 miles south of I-80 at mile marker 279, 20 miles south of Kearney, or 35 minutes from Hastings on Highway 34. Here's how they got here. Kathy mentioned both surviving 5-setters to make it here to this championship match in Class C1. Time now to go down to the third member of our crew, Anna Bellinghausen, is courtside.
Thank you, Larry. So Kearney Catholic last year had a first-round exit, and I spoke to Coach about it. If they ever talk about that amongst the team, she said no. The difference is the mindset this year. They're a lot more calm. Last year was a lot of nerves. They were tentative at times, but there's 8 seniors on this Kearney Catholic squad this year. She says that'll play to their advantage, and they're ready for this moment.
State championship in C1 coming your way. It's the Stars and the Whippets. Two perennial powers in C1. All the action. State championship volleyball coming your way on Nebraska Public Media.
Constellation is a natural gas commodity supplier in the Choice Gas program, helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $400,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
Sarpy County, just minutes from Omaha, offers lots of things to do this winter. For the outdoor adventurer, hiking, ice fishing, or snowshoeing at recreation areas. If you prefer to stay indoors, museums, art galleries, or indoor pools at the hotels. There's holiday gift shopping at local boutiques or one of the malls. For a holiday outing or a weekend getaway, Sarpy County has you covered. Go sarpy.com to plan your next adventure.
All right, it's time to talk about us. Not him, not her, not them. Us. Thanks to us, things have been great. In fact, you can find us just about everywhere. Your food, that's us. Your food's food, that's us too. Your fuel, that's us. And should anyone out there happen to doubt us, by all means, just watch us.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out.
Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA.
It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get?
This is a hidden gem.
Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
Coverage of the NSAA Volleyball Championships is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Constellation Energy, and Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back inside the Bob Devaney Sports Center for Class C1 State Volleyball Championship action. It's #1 Kearney Catholic. The Stars taking on the Minden Whippets. Let's go down to Steve Lemon.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for Championship Saturday of the 2023 NSAA State Volleyball Championships. Today's Class C1 Championship match features the number 2 seed Minden Whippets and the number 1 seeded Kearney Catholic Stars. The NSAA is proud to recognize our premier corporate partners, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, and Nebraska Orthopedic Center for their outstanding support of NSAA activities. And now, let's meet the teams. First, here are the Minden Whippets. Number 2, Mila Emery. Number 9, Kinsey Land. Number 10, Meredith Johnson. Number 11, Aubrey Bulis. Number 12, Sophia Cedarberg. Number 13, Maddie Camry. Number 15, Gracie Freeze. Number 16, McKenna Betty. Number 17, McKenna Anderson. Number 18, Rebecca Lemka. Number 20, Lydia Petty. Number 25, McKenna Starkey. Number 32, Carmen Gramke. And number 33, Sage Grotrian. The assistant coaches are Carly Miller, Rebecca McDowell, Buffy Camry, and Allie Lovin. The head coach for the Whippets is Julie Ratka. And now let's meet the Kearney Catholic Stars. Number 1, Jenna Bosshammer. Number 2, Margaret Harburg. Number 3, Claire Cluthy. Number 4, Lainey Murphy. Number 5, Sophia Connor. Number 6, Peyton DeSingle. Number 8, Hazel Harburg. Number 9, Avery Mandernack. Number 10, Livia Mandernack. Number 11, Natalie Wright. Number 13, London Carnes. Number 16, Kit Schrock. Number 18, Callie Squires. And number 23, Malia Johnson. The assistant coaches are Amy Johnson, Mackenzie Stock, and Robbie Yoakum. The head coach for the Stars is Chris Connor. Our officials today are Kendra Jansen and Simon Weedle. The bench official is Kirk Weedle. Our line judges are Liam Krackemeyer and Jilliana Sutton. And now, let's play State Championship Volleyball.
So the Class C1 State Championship on the line here between the number 2 seed Minden Whippets, who were ranked number 1 most of the year, and the number 1 seeded Kearney Catholic Stars, who were ranked number 2 most of the year. Here's the look at the starting lineup for the Whippets. Emery will direct traffic. Limke, Camry, and Land are your outsides. The middles are Betty and Starkey, and Bulis is your libero. That's a look at the Minden Whippets. And for the Catholic Stars, Bosshammer hopes to be one of the back row. Harburg is an outside. DeZingle is a middle. Mandernack at the outside. Carnes, Squires, and Johnson. We're now starting lineup for the Stars. Julia Ratka, 5th-year head coach of the Whippets. Been with the Minden program for 22 years. She was an assistant for a long time under Ed Rouse, 16 years in fact. Ready to go here, C1 championship underway. It's going to be a good one.
I think so too. I'm excited to see these two match up.
This is the tradition-rich power Kearney Catholic. Great pancake up and did not clear the tape with a swing by Harburg.
We've seen great defensive plays, and here we are starting out in this match right away with big plays there. Nice pancake there by Callie Squires.
Back to serve now is Margaret Harburg, senior outside hitter for the Stars. Tries to brush it off a block, but DeZingle says nope.
DeZingle did a great job there, adjusted, saw the approach and stepped across and took that hard angle away.
Pushed outside, fires into the block, but not down in the swing by Camry. Right back to her, blocked again, big right side block.
Big right side block, good push there, Minden pushing it, trying to go a fast tempo to the outside, but really kind of trapped the attacker with a big block.
Pull it out of the net, could not. Point for the Whippets. That was McKenna Starkey right there.
A lot of big hands up in front of the attackers. The attackers are going to have to work around that, or setters help them get one-on-one situations. We've seen it from both sides.
It did. Yep. Cleared the antenna, hit the block and dropped. Point Kearney Catholic.
Manderneck finds a way to bust it through there. You can see he goes right at that seam and kind of flips it over the top of the tape.
It's Avery Manderneck with that kill. Boy, good quick run in the middle for the Whippets on the kill by Camry.
Camry does a nice job turning that ball. She comes in hard, facing the left, and then takes that ball hard back to her right. You can see the blocker. She didn't get help. She was one-on-one, and so lots of space.
Great up.
Yes. We're seeing great defense. Great positioning. Yep. And to know to let that ball out and be that sharp shot was the only space she really had with where that ball was set out wide.
Aubrey Bulis is the libero for the Whippets. Malia Johnson for the Kearney Catholic Stars. And there's Malia Johnson keeping it up. Overpass, but it's wide. Nope, they're going to say
net.
Into the net, called on the Stars.
Tough set.
On the slide, really tough. Chased down there by London Carnes. Overpass. That one's put down by Lipka. We had another whistle.
Said reached over, the ball had not crossed the plane of the net yet, and so. Yep. So reached over.
It's any part of the ball, though, right?
Go. Yep.
Any part of the ball, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Any part of the breaks that plane.
Let him play.
Yep. Here we go. Just.
Kitschrock to serve. Just a little pace, taking off that.
Yep. You saw the block was up early. They were on their way down. Emery doing a nice job, he said, changing that tempo. wide there on that swing, taking it down the line. There's space between the antenna and the block, but just pulled it a little bit too far.
Serve by Lainey Murphy is long. Some jitters being worked out here.
Absolutely.
A few unforced errors here early on.
Jitters, and they've had to wait around a little bit because the earlier games went long, and just all those kind of things. Just kind of get in their comfort zone here.
Into the block, but off the block and out. Went into the hands of Harburg and out. The kill for Kinsey Land.
Here we get a chance to see that again. Blockers there, but those hands are not pressing toward the center of the court, pushing that ball in and get used.
Bigger block that time on the left side, led by McKenna Starkey.
And really the key there was hands were over enough to keep that ball from pushing across. That inside hand, pushing in. See that? That last flick of the fingers and push. It's important. Wow, big
Great dig. Rolled over by Emery. Goes behind a Harburg who cuts the shot. What a great swing.
Great cut shot there from the right side, bringing it across. That sharp angle. That thumb goes up with ball contact on the ball. That hand rips that ball with that spin. And thumb up.
Great swing there by the senior. 5'9", but you see her hops out there on that right pin.
Nice quick tempo here, Emery.
9-9 early on. Good up.
Yep.
And a little joust at the net. Callie Squires got the big hands up there and got the block.
Tough one. That ball popped up off the dig and landed kind of right on top of the tape. Both players going up. But as you mentioned, Squires getting the best.
Rolled over. Great pancake up, but could not keep it alive. Pace shot there. Maddie Camry. Johnson, the libero, now back to serve. Good pass. Goes behind. Nice dig by Bosshammer.
Another nice dig.
Ran the middle, got the kill. London Carnes.
Tooling off the block, hands are up there, but just took that off the edge and ricocheted out of bounds. If you got hands in front of you, you can't get around, you got to use them.
Now Bulis to serve for the Whippets. Send it toward that back line. No choice but to chase and try to keep it alive.
Yep.
Off the hands of the kill.
Reading the defense, you can see that space in that corner and the defensive player has to go, and they're going out of bounds toward the line. So even to get that, they got to pop that back into the court. It's a tough ball.
Net violation called on the Stars. Pulled back inside, off the block, and the swing by Hazel Harburg gets the kill.
Nice out-of-system swing there by Harburg. Taking that ball coming from over her shoulder. And catches the block.
Kitschrock now serves, and that is long. Into the block. Big hands there by Mila Emery.
Emery does a great job pinching in, coming in to help with that middle. Great setup. That's really key on a block.
Whippets team this year started out the season 20-0, and in those 20 matches, they did not lose a single set. Remarkable.
Isn't that's just incredible, not to drop a single set.
And finally, against GICC in a tournament, they dropped one set and then went another 10 before they dropped a second set. In sets this year, Minden is 81-7.
That's just, I mean,
yeah,
consistent numbers and playing that well all season long. You usually have a moment.
A hiccup, yeah.
You know?
Yep. Good coverage there by Limke in that back row. Leaves it for Harburg, goes off the top of the block. Out of the back row, the attack.
Great out-of-system push.
Swing that time was no touch, and Harburg is wide. And we are knotted at 15.
This has just been back and forth, side out ball. Not outstanding hitting percentages. Kearney Catholic 115, Minden right at 0. Nice swing there, big up though.
Good solo block there by DeZingle, but did not fall to the floor. Free ball opportunity here for the Whippets. Run the middle, off the block, kill by Starkey. Starkey averages 1.2 kills per set on the year. She has 12 blocks.
She's very dynamic out there on the court. You watch her as she moves.
Coach says she did not start playing volleyball until very late in her youth and had to make up a lot of ground over the course of the last couple of years, but she's filled a critical role at middle for the Whippets. Just a ton of improvement this season. She's also a track athlete, finished 4th at state in the high jump last year.
Yeah, as I say, she's got good elevation.
Yeah. On the slide, Emery not down. Harburg the other way, found the angle. What an angle by Margaret.
That's a tough shot. Here, look at that again. She's going parallel to the net, but she's got, the key is the top spin on it.
Yeah.
So it'll drop and not just continue to float on out, but tough ball.
Great touch. Right in the campfire.
Yep. Kind of recognize blockers a little bit late, right in that middle of the area. It's just so open and vulnerable. The defense is back, waiting to adjust, and that second ball over really catches them off guard. Nice push back, quick.
Yeah.
Key being in that base position at the net. Ball comes up, feeds you, you're ready. Nice job there.
Starkey's really made her presence known up front early on, and a big smile from Julie Ratka, the head coach, as it's 18-17, and the Stars take a timeout. They're going to take a timeout. Let's check in on last year's Class C1 title match.
Grand Island Central Catholic defeated Gothenburg in 4 sets, marking their 11th state title in school history. The top-ranked Crusaders, led by Lucy Guffan's 28 kills, took set 1 by 13 points, before the Swedes won 25-23 in set 2. Gothenburg gave GICC everything it had in the 4th set, but 3 straight kills by the Crusaders opened up a lead they wouldn't relinquish.
Kearney Catholic called the timeout. 18-17 is the score. There in the middle of the huddle is Chris Connor. 32nd year as the head coach for the Stars. She had that run back in the early 2010s where they won 4 straight in 12, 13, 14, 15.
She and the team came to the Nebraska Volleyball Day, and she was one of the coaches recognized. She said it's for being old, but we know it's not about age. No. It's about your contributions to the great volleyball level and your program and longevity in that. Outstanding coaches.
Oh, you know, it's 32nd year she's been on the bench, but not a lot of people realize she became the head coach when she was 10. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So don't tell us, Chris, that you're old.
Not at all. There is Harburg with the kill.
This has been just back and forth, side out, side out. Nobody's really getting any runs. It's playing very even.
And it's interesting because it hasn't been side out in the way you think of a side out, typically like a serve, set, kill, right? Pass, set, kill. It's been more back and forth, but one team is always seemingly not going on a run.
Yep.
If you look at the side out percentages, it's 70 and 65%. Those are outstanding.
Anybody would love to have that.
Yep. Oh, great set, but no touch.
Just did not get on top of that ball. It was a great set. She had space there with the blockers. Just didn't get the back of the ball versus the top.
2019, and Minden will take its first timeout. Stars hitting 176 in this set. Minden at 079. 9 kills for the Stars, 11 for Minden. Both teams with 3 service errors and no aces here in the first. Very even set number 1, both with 2 blocks. Bigs are 19-18. It's just very close. Several of these Stars heading on to the next level. Callie Squires will be going to Iowa Western and Council Bluffs. And London Carnes heading to Hastings to play at the next level. Harburg now back to serve. Great pancake, diving save by Bosshammer. Good punching. And then off the block. Defense leads to offense. Bosshammer keeps it alive. Mandernack put it away.
Talk about great defensive plays, pops that ball up, and great response by the Stars to finish it off with this kill.
Off the block. Once again, not letting anybody get more than a 2-point lead.
No.
Maddie Cambry Fires that off the block.
Camry just going high hands there, one-on-one. She's right in front of her, so you just got to make a decision. I'm going to use it. You know, I can't get around it.
Oh, smart decision on the tip. And the Stars back up to a 2-point lead.
Callie Squires, she's just got such great instinct. Now, they are pinched in there a little bit, but there's enough space, and the focus is not on her. You know, kind of forgot about her up there, and got to keep track when she's in that front row.
Right down the line, back to within one. Good swing once again by Starkey. Again, she's had big presence up front.
Yeah.
Now serving for the Whippets, Bulis. That puts the Stars 2 points away from set one.
Missed serves, key times, 3 service errors, and 4 and 3. So both these teams kind of struggling a bit at that service line.
Serve here by Callie Squires. Good decision to run the middle there. McKenna Betty put it down.
McKenna Betty averaging just shy of 2 kills per set this season. Led the team in attack percentage. Just consistently up there when she gets a chance.
Big ace by the Whippets to even it at 23.
Wow.
And a timeout taken by Chris Connor. That's the second timeout, I believe, for the Stars, and that is their final timeout here in this first set. Whippets still have one more, knotted at 23. Stars, despite being at 23 all, are out hitting the Whippets 222 to 140.
Yep. It's been kind of a weird, like we talked about, you know, how points have been accumulated and how's that going. We haven't seen a lot of big power swings, but credit to blockers up at the front. They're getting their hands on it, slowing down, and then there's kind of chase down.
See, the only loss for the Whippets was to Kearney Catholic.
And it was a 5-setter.
Yep.
So we're not expecting anything other than that today. This right now, we're in the 10th tie. We've had 5 different lead changes back and forth throughout this, and we said it's just been one at a time, no more than 2, back and forth.
Driving serve just long.
Great decision at the last minute to let that go.
Set point upcoming for the Stars, and in to serve is Kit Schrock. Schrock is a sophomore DS serve specialist. Over the back, good up by Schrock. Out of system. Embry will just have to send it over. Free ball opportunity for the set, for the Stars. Harburg into the block.
Great scrubby deep.
Not letting it go yet. What a play by Squires. In the middle. Finally, Harburg puts it away. And in a back and forth set number 1, in which neither team led by more than 3 points, Kearney Catholic comes out on top, 25-23 in set number 1. Stars have the early advantage.
Life is full of milestones. Let Wayne State's graduate programs be your next big moment. Whether you work in education, criminal justice, business, public relations, human resources, information technology, or sports and recreation, our programs provide pathways to the next level in your career. Flexible and online, a Wayne State graduate degree helps you write that next big chapter in your life without having to put your life on hold.
Sudden cardiac arrest is the #1 cause of death in students involved in activities. 7,000 adolescents lose their life annually due to sudden cardiac arrest.
If defibrillation through an AED is administered within the first 3 minutes, survival rates increase to 74%. If an AED is used within the first minute, the survival rate rises to 90%.
For every minute that passes without defibrillation, survival rates decrease by 7 to 10%. Are you and your school prepared?
Yes, we are a bank. Keeping your money safe and secure is something we take very seriously. We're also serious about meeting you where you are. Creating a community that treats you like gold. Wearing our name with pride. More information at fivepointsbank.com.
Not far from the Haymarket here in downtown Lincoln at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Rail yard down there. A great place to enjoy before or after these state championship matches. Let's take a look at some highlights from Harburg, who's been terrific here for Kearney Catholic early on.
She's just a competitor. She's a senior. Leadership, stands out here. But she's just doing a great job, making great shots there. That cut shot, phenomenal. 5 kills, hitting 250 so far in set #1.
She, along with Mandernack, were both sophomores on that 2021 team that lost in the finals to Lincoln Lutheran when Chris Connor's daughter, Sydney, was also playing. Trying to keep it alive, but can't. Whippets on the board here in set 2.
Neither of these teams hit outstanding in set #1. Minden was 130 and 225 was Kearney Catholic. So we'll see what set #2 produces. Just a lot of scrappiness.
Off the block. Big block on that left side. And that's Camry again.
And blocks have been a factor in this, whether they've been up there for the termination block or if they've been slowing the ball down, giving their teammates a chance to make the next play. Good push.
Fired that one down the line of the kill from Mandernack. Avery Mandernack. She averages nearly 3 kills per set.
Just a great shot. Reads the situation, fires it down that line.
Driving serve there. Run the middle, takes it right at Squires off of the hands of Starkey. Good up again by Squires.
Big blocks. Blocks are doing a great job both sides.
Set behind, but that is long, and the point for the Whippets. Wasn't there a year when Kearney Catholic we could just say Squires on about every play because there were a couple of them?
Over and over and over.
They were constantly scoring.
Callie is the last Squires, we've been told. So you're right, though. It is a very well-known name.
Yep. Well-known volleyball name.
Yes.
Mandernack again.
Mandernack doing a really great job. Ball was pushed inside. It was kind of a tough ball, but she does a nice job controlling it. It's really about taking that ball and keeping your body in control and getting it in a location that's going to be profitable.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That is.
Those are the ones that will drive you crazy.
Yep, they're all there. Can't fight around. About 3-4 people could have taken that ball. Somebody just needed to stake their claim and call it. You can see them all right there.
Starkey just with a closed fist. Dropped it right in the middle.
And setters don't want to take that if they don't have to. The bro is probably who you're going to ask to step in and just take charge back there, or up there.
Another kill there for Mandernack.
She's doing a great job. Yeah. Mandernack, she's got 5 kills now. And 16, excuse me. I'll get that cleared. Yeah, she goes up to 6. No, 8 swings, no errors. So hitting a 750. I'd be giving her the ball.
Maddie Camry also playing well. That's another kill for Camry, who averages almost 5 per set for the year.
Wow.
4.7.
Yep, that's pretty impressive. You know, there's so many, you know, great options. You know, for as a setter, you're loving. You've got consistent hitters like we're talking about. It's fun. You can really run the offense.
That was explosive, but a swing and a kill by Harburg.
Hazel this time on the outside, taking a big swing at it. Got the ball in a great position for her to really drive to. You're seeing too that Kearney Catholic is working that line shot, challenging the block and the defense.
Yep. Well, this is very much like set number 1 so far, just kind of back and forth. Neither team getting too big of a lead. The only time there was a 3-point, happened one time, 3-point lead when it was 7-4 in that first set. Other than that, it was 2 the entire way, just back and forth.
2 or less.
Yeah, for more.
Yeah. I think we had lead change 5-6 times in that.
Wow. Served by Limka. That was a wind up and fire. One the touch. Did Dzingel get it? She did.
Yes, they did.
Got the touch, so Peyton Dzingel, junior middle with the kill.
I like Dzingel. She is energetic. She's out there. She works really hard. Goes after that ball. Quick to turn to her teammates. She averaged 2.3 kills per set during the season. You know, this Kearney Catholic team has 4 attackers that had over 200 kills this season. So very diverse, very efficient in their offense. Lots of options for Squires.
Good pass by Bosshammer. Solo block by McKenna Betty.
Betty doing a great job. Everything was real tight in there, both the pass, the set, and the attack. And so really, sees that and sees the angle and takes it away. Goes after it.
Squires tried the dump, not down. And then block. And Harburg with the big block on the left side.
Harburg sets up and then takes away the shot.
Now Margaret Harburg back to serve. Once again, Minden gets up by 2. The Stars score. Back to 8-7. Out of the back row, that's going to be long, and it's 8-8.
And side-out percentages are just crazy, 67 and 68%.
That is back and forth.
Yep.
And the ace by Harburg. He came in with 45 aces on the season. That leads the team. Just over the tape. Run the middle. And right through the block of Squires, and another kill from McKenna Starkey.
Starkey did a great job. She had blockers in front of her, but just battles and knocks it through. Stops that 3-0 run.
What do you think Coach Julie Radke handles in practice with 3 McKennas on the team?
They got to have nicknames.
Right?
You got to go with some nicknames. Ooh. Great job there. Maddie Camry right on top of that. She had 1,000 kills plus this season, hit that benchmark during the season, and one of their top producers, but we see her playing some big defense too up there at the net.
Squires tries the tip. Big block off of the swing of DeZingle, and that is McKenna Starkey.
Both blockers had to move. That's a 3. It's kind of in between zone. Starkey does a nice job getting close, but like I said, they both stepped in and sealed it up tight.
And there it is, the Whippets now with a 3-point lead. Yeah, there was 1 point that had been played in this entire match when someone had more than a 2-point lead. And I think that was at 7-4 in set number 1. Let's go down to the floor to Anna.
Thank you, Larry. Well, Minden has adopted a new motto this year. It's trust the climb, meaning trust the process. The team has a bulletin board in their locker room with a mountain on it, and each game gets a new flag to signify another step towards their goal of a title. Coach Radke even took her team to the rock climbing wall at UNK before the season to really drill that message in. She wants them to trust the process of one step at a time to get to their ultimate goal, which is that top flag of a state title.
And I think Coach also said, we take it one at a time. We can't look past the first step or the first rung of getting up that mountain. So don't look to state championship, look to this next match. And then after that, we'll look to the next one and get up there. But a great visualization.
So out of the Stars timeout, they free ball it over the Whippets. No touch, point Kearney Catholic. Back into the game comes London Carnes in the middle, number 13. Second touch not down. Outside to Mandernack. Just inside that back line. Crafty shot there for Maddie Camry.
Absolutely high hand snap. That was the key. That's what won that for her. Got her feet to the ball and did what she needed to do.
Back row. Harburg Doug. Mandernack off the block and out, point for the Stars.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. Squires now back to serve. Good opportunity. Mandernack got the kill.
Find a way. Make the defense move, make them play tough balls. This is an out of system, and that, I think that's the key. If you can side out of system, you put yourself in a really good position.
Ran the middle there, not down.
Great effort there, keep that up.
Right down the line and right at Kinsey Land, and the kill by Mandernack.
Big swing there by Mandernack, but I love the set decision and that tempo. Just no time to make a play on that ball.
Goes right into the block.
Good idea. The defense was deep down the line and just didn't get it over the block.
So the Whippets went on a 4-0 run, answered by the Stars' 4-0 run, and now it's 14-13, and the Whippets take a timeout. So both teams have taken one timeout here in set two. Stars on top, 1-0 after winning the first, 25-23. Stars and their head coach, Chris Connor. Career record for Connor, 7-10 and 2-16. Spent a few seasons at Fort Calhoun Community Schools, 3 years there before taking over for Kearney Catholic. Again, 32nd year. And this is their 8th trip to the title game since she's been the head coach. They've been runner-up in 2010, 11, 21, and title holders in 4 consecutive years, 2012, 13, 14, and 15. Does not quite get over. Back to 14s. This trend of a very tight match in which Kearney Catholic still leads in hitting percentage continues. Not by much, but 164, 135. That one off the block and out. Kill there for Kearney.
It's kind of had it was slow, or actually, Carnes was there a little bit early, so it had to kind of slow it down. So she did a nice job still finding something to do with that ball that was positive.
On the slide off the top of the block, that's an aggressive swing.
That's a beautiful high hand shot, just what you want. Arms up there in front, go after those fingertips.
Camry, after the kill, now back to serve. Talked about last match, Chloe Haniel going to Wayne State. Play for Coach Kneifel. How about also going to Wayne State is Maddie Cameron.
Pretty nice. Couple of pickups there, that's for sure.
Great in-state gets.
Wow. Right now on their roster, they've got 13 out of their 17 players from within the state on that roster. And as you mentioned, right latest, they were sitting #1 in D2.
Yep.
Just that push to the outside, giving that one-on-one matchup. It's tough as a single blocker to up there to cover that ground. You just got to take the approach, set up, and then hitters, hopefully, they're hitting into you as a blocker, or as a hitter, you're hoping I've got a lot of places to hit around them.
Is unloaded on, and some elevation there by Margaret Harburg.
Harburg going up after that ball, that's for sure. She got a nice ball she could really drive to, and she really worked hard to pop up off that floor to get up, and that helped with that elevation.
Boss Hammer now to serve for the Stars. 2-point advantage. get a feeling the way this has gone that if the Stars score here, there's a timeout coming. And it was just wide. Very close to that sideline. Meredith Johnson now into serve, junior DS. Serving specialist for the Whippets. It's not going down.
Nope.
Great coverage right there. There was no campfire.
And you've got to, I mean, they've pinched in a little bit because Squires does like to take it over. She's very offensive-minded. And so the adjustment on the Whippets side has pinched those two wing players in a little bit.
18 all.
Nice.
On the slide, beat the block there. Good kill by Dezingle.
Just that slide coming around on the backside. Dezingle does a nice job. You can contact that at any point. Hard to block because it's moving. You're not sure where they're going to reach and meet that ball.
Oh, what a break for the Stars. Tried to get out of the way, and it floated right into the back of the head of Meredith Johnson.
Tough break there for sure. She was following it, knew where she was, that she needed to let it go, just couldn't escape its path.
That one floated long. Back to a 1-point set at 20-19. Lila Emery serves. Tough one.
Absolutely.
Bump set outside. Mandernack not down. Out to Camry again. That time she's got it. And the Wildcat recruit is lighting it up.
Yep, that's why she's led this team throughout the season. With shots like that, she really can get things going.
20s. Overpass.
And off the hands.
Starkey with the kill.
This is a tough front row right now. The Whippets are in a good rotation.
Tip, not down. Bosshammer kept it alive. Mandernack finishes the long rally.
Big finish there. I like the aggressive swing. She comes in, doesn't have a closed block, recognizes that, and slices it right through. Nice quick tempo.
That was a great, almost over-the-shoulder kill by Starkey.
Everything was pulled tight to that right side of the court, so really she had a lot of space, a lot of court to go, takes it back and finds the floor. Still alive off the foot, no.
Does not get over the net. And so now the Whippets with the 2-point advantage and a timeout coming from Kearney Catholic.
You get a chance to see that foot save, but just not enough to get it over and keep it alive. That is legal.
Yep. Whippets in the middle of a 5-1 run. It was 20-18 Stars on top after that ace. And the Whippets said nope, and they've got a 5-1 run to take this 23-21 lead. Let's take a look at the Whippets' Maddie Camry, who's headed to Wayne State next year.
She's taking care of business out there. She's got 8 kills. She's just a competitor. She's athletic. She gets to the ball. If it's not in a good position for her to really swing hard, she makes an adjustment and knows where those open areas are on the court. She's also playing it tough on the defensive side. You know, you see her up there doing her work here offensively. We talk about that, and that's kind of the big stuff, but you can't forget her up there. She's got 3 blocks in this game. She's also got 10 defensive digs, so very complete play. Front row, back row, she's doing it right now.
The impressive stats there on the season. Tied the school record for aces in a match. Had 28 kills in the semis. And that goes off of the block and out. Back to within 1.
And I'm going to go back to Camry's numbers, her hitting percentage through the season.
Yeah.
I mean, over 300, just her efficiency up there and effectiveness.
Bump set outside. Harburg not down. Go behind Mandernack right down the line. Great hustle.
Love that.
And that's Camry from behind the play. Line violation, point Whippets.
That play by Camry is top notch. Ball's popped up, tough ball. I mean, right on top of her, but keeping it up and popping it up in a position for somebody to step in and make that next play. Love it.
Set point here for Minden.
Love that effort as well.
Free ball opportunity. In system. A great one-handed up by Squires.
Squires playing big defense here in this rally.
Back row. Harburg swing long. And the Minden Whippets race to the finish of set number 2. And we are all knotted at 1 apiece, the Stars and the Whippets, for the C1 title.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
When a family member receives a cancer diagnosis, it impacts everyone around them. It's at these moments that support from familiar faces makes all the difference. Our physicians and care team are with you every step of the way, from initial diagnosis, treatment, and beyond, as you enjoy life after cancer. Providing comprehensive oncology services right here in Holdridge, Phelps Memorial Health Center offers oncology and infusion services 5 days a week to help meet the care needs of the community it serves. Learn more at phelpsmemorial.com.
Constellation is a natural gas commodity supplier in the Choice Gas program, helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $400,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
I think it's important for people to donate for Nebraska Public Media to continue to deliver the same high quality content that we have, especially on the sports side. We know how popular sports are in the state, and we know how sports hungry Nebraskans are. So to be able to donate to Nebraska Public Media allows us to continue producing the same high level quality content that you've come to expect from us, and that we hope to continue to provide for years to come.
Welcome back to Devaney. Minden just knotted things up at a set apiece, and it's no question that the Minden community is a special one. You can hear them in the crowd. Hard not to notice the fans. And Devaney and Marcia Kruger are two of the super fans of the Minden community. They're graduates of Minden themselves back in the 1950s. They also had children that went to the school. They've never missed a Minden game, and they even followed the volleyball team on the road, driving as far as Valentine, Nebraska, 4 hours away, just to see this team. And that just exemplifies the community support of Minden and how special it is in that town.
Yeah, thanks, Anna, very much. Sometimes those whippersnappers in front of them, though, you know, give you a little trouble.
So, super fans of all ages, just
that's great.
And dedicated no matter what. And the travel that's associated, that isn't stopping fans from going to matches and filling gyms. And that's really, it makes it fun for the players. They work so hard and having great crowds, student body, fun. Student bodies have kind of invited the next game student bodies to join them and join forces here to make it fun and loud.
It was kind of cool, yeah. Between matches or between sets there, the student sections from each team went to the opposite side and
just
supporting the other team then. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
We just got the next groups coming in, and so they've enlisted them to, hey, come cheer for us. And you know, kids, they'd love to get in the action.
Overpass, put straight down. Starkey again.
Right up there in the hands. Actually, I believe,
Starkey, yeah.
Nope, it was Land, I believe.
Kinsey Land right beside Starkey, putting it down. Harburg finds deep corner wide open.
Making the shot. And just a tough ball too, you know, out of system. Nice ball up in the air, giving Harburg a chance to do something.
Great set. Oh, that was outstanding.
Just place it. Get your hand on it. Stuckey knows where that place is. I gotta go.
Just pop it right over the top.
Here you go.
On the slide.
Oh, nice follow-up defense through that block. Another big dig.
Just wide. Look at it again. Very close.
Very, very close. Nice.
And another one from that right pin. There is Starkey again.
Using her over there on that right side, coming around behind. She's so explosive.
Just long. Minden leading in the block category 7-3. Stars with a couple of more digs and one more ace.
I think that blocking set is the big thing difference.
Great decision by Squires. Saw deep corner and the overset.
Squires, volleyball IQ, knowing her opponent's defense, where those vulnerable areas are, turns and places it right there. Nice swing there.
Around the middle, yeah.
Yep, in the gap between the blockers, making the blockers move, defense, having a tough time covering that much court. It's ball sliced right through there.
Camry now serves. On the slide, right down the line. That's a terrific shot. Carnes gets the kill.
London Carnes had to wait. Again, we've seen her have to wait. She gets anxious, wants to get behind because you want to be explosive. She had to slow it down a little bit, but she got a great pop-up on that one and fired it down.
Pushed it right into the block. And just standing there waiting was McKenna Betty.
That block, it's a tough one up there at the net, and they do a great job setting up and working together. You can see the two of them there, solid. That's 8 blocks for the Whippets.
Harburg into the block, falls on the Whippets side. 7-7.
Just power that shot and knocking the blockers around.
Lainey Murphy now serving for the Kearney Catholic Stars. Just off the tape and drops in the near corner.
Just the soft touch there. Here you can see coming around. She knew she wasn't in position to hit it.
No.
Just inside. Oh, beautiful pass in system.
Went to the kill from Harburg on the left pin.
So key is to get that first contact. Put your setter in a position to have multiple options. Keeps your blockers off balance. Got to wait and hold. Another in system. We're seeing both teams doing a great job with that.
Into the antenna. Swing of Kinsey Land.
Trying to turn that ball down the line. Just drop that shoulder and caught it low. Catches the tape.
Overpass. That's put away by DeZingle.
Those are fun. I'm just saying, as a attacker up in the net, when the other team just sets you right up like that, you have that sharp angle, it's all good.
Bump set.
Change of direction.
Yeah, you can tell Starkey wanted that one back, right?
I know better. I should have. A 4-0 run right now.
Whippets will take the timeout. 11-8 on the middle of this 4-0 run. 3-point advantage here for Kearney Catholic. Stars looking for their first state title since 2015. They were here in this championship game in 2021 and finished as runners-up. Let's go down courtside to Anna.
Yeah, Larry and Kathy, we've talked about it before, just the mental side of the game and how big that is. At Kearney Catholic, they actually bring in Margaret and Hazel Harburg, their mother, who is a counselor, who gives them mental exercises for the team. They work on breathing exercises and just life skills like trust and role acceptance. It's been a huge part of this team, especially having 8 seniors who all, of course, want to play a big role with the team, but only so many can. It's been a huge help just working on that mental side and having that ability to zone in and focus when they need to, just like in this moment right now, guys.
Big moments here, no doubt. Tied at 1. Set number 3. Stars in the middle of a 4-zip run. On clarification, top of the block.
Nice pushes to the outside by Squires.
Good push behind. Great up there by Bosshammer. And that's down. Great tip. Harburg just took a little pace off.
Always positive to mix things up. Just got to keep defenses off balance, not sure what to expect.
Tough serve. Shank pass leads to a good opportunity here for the Stars. Got the deep corner. What a shot.
Wow, that was a tough shot.
Mandernack just found that open corner. Watch this again.
But you also got, to credit Squires for pushing that ball to the pin. The block kind of hung inside, didn't think it was going to get all the way out.
Good one, handed up. Tried to take it right back at him. Point for the Whippets. Back to serve is Sage Gotrian. Gotrian, senior serve specialist for the Whippets. And after that nice run by the Stars, the Whippets with a couple of quick points to cut into the lead.
You know, it's just that back and forth, steady as they go. We continue to talk about their side-out percentages, 61, 63%. Just think if we were playing in the old scoring method, we wouldn't have any points on the board.
First set 3-2. Kearney Catholic last played in this state championship in 2015 when they won it. I should say they knocked off Ord 15-12 and 5. They've had plenty of just dynamite matches down here. I can remember when they won it in 2014. They had that set that went 30, I'm trying to remember now, I think it was 37-35 against Concordia. Kearney Catholic Concordia went 37-35. That was unreal. Coverage of the NSAA Volleyball Championships is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Constellation Energy, and Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, along with Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney. Anna Bellinghausen is courtside with all of your fan action and stories. We're going to talk to those two guys eventually, right?
Yeah.
How long do you think that can go on? Mom and Dad are hoping for as long as possible.
They got energy. I guarantee they can do it for a long time.
Keep going.
So you can sleep
Don't
all
stop.
the way home.
That's right. Knotted at 13. Both teams have taken a timeout. Just wide on the swing by Mandernack. 5-0 run right now for the Whippets.
Tough serve.
And make it 6.
That's a second ace serve. Both teams with 2.
Mandernack with the angle, not down. Good joust one by Squires at the net. That'll stop the run.
Squires going up strong up at the net. We've seen how strong she is as she's been pushing that ball from one side of the court to the other. But here she goes up on that block, wins the battle.
Right back at them comes the Stars with an ace.
Both teams pushing, serving aggressively.
And then the service error. Whippets last were in this state championship match back in 2013. Before that, it was 2007. And prior to that, you have to go all the way back to 1980, which is the only year that Minden has won a state championship. 43 years.
We've had a couple here, you know, in the finals that have had a long stretch, but are back again in new generation.
Remember that team from 2007 with Leanne Jameson and Lindsay Sartorius?
Wow.
We're back here, gets going back a ways, right?
Yeah.
First time.
You're stretching me.
Seventeens. If they're looking at a rotation or if it's a score issue.
Yep, hard for us to know, bringing the captains in here.
Now they fixed it. Minden 17, Stars 16. Just long. Camry, right idea, just maybe missed it. Just a little bit long. Out of the back row, Harburg. Bump set outside, Mandernack.
Two hits.
It's a double called on Minden. Straight up.
Wow.
Malia Johnson kept that alive for the Stars. Another good pass there from Johnson. And then the coverage. And then the Mandernack into the net. 18s here in set number 3, knotted at 1 apiece.
You've got to fight for every point here in this match. Both teams playing tough. We're seeing great defensive plays, great coverage, all the little things.
And that was an ace right there from Maddie Camry. Led the team with 63 aces coming into state. Bump set out to the pin. Run the middle, and Betty gets the kill.
Betty getting off in transition. They were kind of out of system earlier. This time in system. Lends to a great quick transition.
Stars will take their final timeout here in set number 3. Minden still with 1 remaining. 20-18, Minden on top, and in the match, Minden is hitting 127-96 for Kearney Catholic. Look at some of the blocks that we've seen thus far.
Block has definitely been a factor. Minden Whippets have 9 blocks in this match. Stars 4, but the block is just really challenging every moment, every swing up there at the net, and putting the pressure on. That means attackers have to make adjustments, either hit around, use the blocker's hands, but the block has been solid and strong, particularly on the Minden side of the net.
2-point advantage for Minden here in set 3, forced the final timeout from Chris Connor. You mentioned it earlier, but it was fun to see Jake Moore, Chris Connor, so many of the outstanding high school coaches, Renee Saunders, to be recognized during Volleyball Day in Nebraska.
It's such a nice thing to recognize them at such a special event too. You know, I think that's the thing. We talk about Nebraska volleyball being a treasure, and a lot of these coaches who have been in it for a long time are part of the reason why.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, a huge part of it. And they've developed these players, and then to give them recognition on that stage on that day, I think was just incredible and so well done.
Sharon Zavala was also recognized. I'm trying not to forget anybody, but obviously I will.
Yeah. They did a lot of them because there's been a lot. Jake Moore, you know.
Coach Peterson?
Yep. Bill Root.
Sure, Bill Root, yeah.
Just trying to think. It was such a fun, exciting day.
It was a lot of fun. Big block, knotted at 20.
As we talked, the block, big deal here in this match. This time it was on the Stars side, sealing it up.
So that will be the final timeout here in set number 3. It's taken by the Whippets. 20-20 is the score. 9 blocks for the Whippets, 5 blocks now for the Stars. 70 digs for Kearney Catholic. We mentioned Volleyball Day in Nebraska. So many of these youth teams, high school teams, club teams from around the state were at Volleyball Day in Nebraska.
I think that's what made it so special too. They had the opportunity to be there, team to see this. I mean, this was a world news event, you know, and
still is.
It is, and it's impacted volleyball this year across the country. It truly has, and people excited to go, and people for the first time maybe got an opportunity to see the level of play and how exciting it is. But the support was phenomenal. This state stepped up big time. And so proud of that, and so proud that we got to highlight 4 teams from Nebraska in that event.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence that Nebraska sets the record, and then all of a sudden Wisconsin and Michigan State and Indiana and Illinois, Iowa is going to set a record when Nebraska goes to Iowa City next. But that's already a sellout. Nebraska at Iowa in.
Well, in Louisville, I mean, it is. There's a lot of teams too, not Nebraska even in the contest, that are now. They're excited. They want to come see what this volleyball is all about, and it's really caught fire.
No doubt. Punched over by Squires, and then sent right back by Emery, who found the deep corner. And now late here in set 3, 2-point advantage.
Just a lot of scrambling out on the court, and we always talk about what team can stay organized, or if you're out of organization, get back organized and be composed.
There it again, Emery one more time.
Big stuff here. The Stars getting together, following their mantra, just staying in the moment, looking at each other, lean in and trust each other.
3-point advantage. And 2 away from going up 2-1. Harburg got the touch.
Finding a way, keep pushing. Just that senior, you know, experience, knowledge, composure.
Laney Murphy in to serve. Tough serve, overpass. Great reaction though, not down. That time tools the block on the kill by Dezingle.
Dezingle doing a great job. She had a big block in front of her. Did a nice job taking it off the hands, turning it. That block has been a challenge, that's for sure, but positive there.
Oh, tough.
Tough, yep.
Tough serving error, because that puts Minden now at set point with an opportunity to go on top. 2 sets to 1.
And a very strong rotation in their front row as well for Minden.
Squires calling out the play to her back row. Trying to get in system, get a good pass. Bump set outside. Not down by Harburg. The other way, angle, no touch. Point for the Stars. 24-23. Set point number 2 upcoming for the Whippets. Mosshammer back to serve for the Stars. Squires outside, Harburg tip, not down. Pushed over, Land gets the kill, and the Whippets get the 2-1 lead.
Land lands one at a key time right there, right in the middle of the court, pushes it aggressively, and wow, set number 2.
Whippets try to race to the finish here in Lincoln. C1 title on the line, and they lead it 2 sets to 1.
You've worked your entire life for this. Through the ups and downs, you've stood strong, building a legacy to be proud of. With all good things in this world, there are still risks. It's a part of life. You need protection you can count on. We're not just here to insure your equipment, your vehicles, or your home. We're here to protect everything you've built. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Did you know that the #1 reason officials quit is because of verbal abuse from parents and fans? We are losing officials, and we need everyone to respect the ref.
Judges help students to find their voice and become lifelong supporters of the arts. Without these individuals, NSAA activities would not be possible.
I cannot participate in the activities that I love without these officials and judges. So please, let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the judges judge.
Back at Devaney, Minden is up 2 sets to 1, and Don Hosick has been principal for 16 years at Minden, and he's repping some pretty cool gear. So every single state title for the school, he gets to dress up and cheer with the student section. This has been a tradition since he started at Minden. He told me the students love it, and he'll never complain about getting a chance to dress up for a state title championship.
That's school spirit right there. Love it. Way to go, Don.
Got to
be in it.
Yeah, get the kids involved, motivated, be a part of the excitement, and get to wear your bibs.
Love it. Harburg will start it off here in set number 4. Stars are down 2-1 to the Whippets, who've come back to take sets 2 and 3 after seeing the Stars open up and take the first set 25-23. And they start off the 4th in similar fashion, right off the top of the block.
Emery, she's up there and gets that opportunity to make that swing quick before she goes back to serve.
Mandernack calls for it, tries to push it off the block. 3 ball over, another opportunity here for the Stars. On the slide this time, good shot right down the line by Carnes. Off 1 foot.
Carnes getting fired up. We saw that kind of late in the last set, but here another big swing, turn into her team, and let's go.
Quick arm.
Yep. And that slide popping up. She's doing a good job of getting around the pop.
There's Mandernack with the kill.
That's her 13th kill. She's leading this Kearney Catholic team.
Tipped it right into the middle.
Yep.
Camry again.
And just that freeze, and somebody's got to talk to each other and say, who's going to get that? Like I said before, I would say, libero, you step in and take charge. Almost got that one back.
Down and trying to keep it alive. Serve receive there by Harburg to keep them in system. Off the net, Mandernack. Bump set outside, Camry not down. Good reaction there by Emery to keep it up.
Seeing some great digs and scrappy play.
Got the net violation from the Whippets. I don't think Limka agreed.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Maddie Camry. Big swing there. She's got a triple-double in this match. That's her 12th, if I remember. Yep, 12th kill. 12 assists, 16 digs.
Another one for the Whippets.
That block, stepping up again. Really making it tough for the attackers. We've seen Carnes being able to be effective as she comes around on that backside. A good adjustment here. They take away that sharp angle. Big swing.
Harburg.
Hazel Harburg. She now has 4 kills there on the outside.
That one right into the block of Carnes.
Carnes returning the favor. She was blocked a couple plays ago. She gets up there, sets the middle, and both outsides come in and squeeze, creating a pretty big screen with that 3-person block.
Yep. Sent back over. Squires goes behind to Harburg. She got the kill.
Squires, nice job there, pushing it behind, changing direction. You can see the blockers were all committed, going toward the left. The middle had pulled also. Setters can help their hitters a lot, making those decisions.
Free ball over. Squires pushes outside. Harburg.
Great cut shot. She gets up on that ball, cuts that ball, thumb down, slicing it. Hard and fast.
Just beating the block to the ball right now. Overpass, not down. Myers takes first touch. Off the block, and another kill for Camry.
Camry just keeps working on that outside, she's got blockers. She's still finding a way. Nothing easy.
That was wide. Minden right back in it, 8-7. Back to serve is Maddie Camry. Myers bump sets out to Harburg. Emery getting a chance to swing away from that left pin and gets the kill.
Emery with her 11th kill. She also has acquired a triple-double with, 18 assists and 17 digs. So 11 kills, 18 assists, 7 digs. These dual hitter setters are really doing big things for their team.
Emery and Camry running at 6-2 for the Whippets.
I mean, 2 players with triple doubles.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Laney Murphy serves.
Straight up.
Just long. Thought maybe.
Yep, I was hoping.
Run in the middle.
Just good tempo, good locations for attack points along the net.
For this match in particular, the C1 battle between these two teams, we should just say let's start at 20 because we're eventually going to be at 20-20.
20-20.
It's going to take a while to get there.
Save your energies. You know, these girls are going to be exhausted.
Battle it out when we get to 20.
Both of them had 5 setters yesterday.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Margaret Harburg once again with another kill. "13 kills now for Margaret Harburg, 13 for Mandernack to lead Kearney Catholic.
Harburg in the net, I believe.
Squires tried the deep corner on the second touch. On the overpass, pounded home by Starkey.
Starkey got on top of that ball, came right up to her, and she didn't hesitate. That strong step close and that high snap, so key in getting that ball down and such a sharp angle.
Harburg again.
Underneath the block. She had big blockers up there, but found a way to slice it underneath.
.554 Central if you're turning in to see the 5 o'clock matchup in Class B between Norris and Scott. It's gonna be a while.
Yep, sit down.
Relax.
Yep. Just sit back and relax. We got a heck of a match going on right now.
I almost have a feeling that the Class B match will start when the Class A match was supposed to start, right?
I'm having that same feel.
Swing wide, no touch, or long, no touch. Emery wanted that one. And Minden will take the timeout as the Stars have opened up the 3-point advantage here in set 3, 14-11. Chris Connor trying to win her first state title since 2015. That was the last of 4 consecutive. They won it in 12, 13, 14, and 15. They were here last year, made it to the championship. I guess it was 2 years ago.
Yep.
Made it to the championship in 2021. Came up just short on that.
And last year they lost in first rounds to Grand Island Central Catholic.
Yeah.
So ready to come back. Fought their way here, as we talked. It wasn't an easy road.
Yeah.
They had a 5-setter with Pierce.
Yep.
And that was a 17-15 win to get to this championship match. So.
And how about Pierce? They had back-to-back 5-setters.
Yes.
In round 1 and round 2.
Right, against Malcolm.
Yep.
And
that's right.
just well played, and both teams just battling back and forth. So these girls are just sitting in and digging in for 5.
And there you see the Minden Whippets looking for their first title since 1980. Big block on the right side,
Squires right there. She was one-on-one and stepped in and took it with authority.
The middle, got the kill, and it is now a 5-point advantage on a 5-0 run.
Wow.
For the Stars.
We haven't seen really, this is the biggest gap
I think
we've
it is.
seen in this match.
Largest lead by either team in the match. And just long. And you got a sense that Julie Radke was just sitting there waiting, deciding whether or not to use that last time out.
Yep.
Tough pass. Mandernack. What an angle. Great slice by Mandernack. Shaved off an edge.
That ball was set outside. The only place she could get that ball in the court from that angle, just, you know, geometry there, you know, was sharp angle. Geometry does have a purpose.
Boy, great defense there by the Stars to keep that one alive.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big power shot there.
Kearney said, keep this one alive.
Yep. Tough. I love it, and just going up hard. I mean, both blockers are there. Just battle.
The seam.
Yep, battling. Seam's always the weakest part.
Bump set, Mandernack throws it down. They call it lift up.
Lift.
Huh. I feel like it's a big point here for Minden. And instead, Mandernack took it right down the line and got the kill. So able to maintain that 4-point advantage and 6 away from sending this to a deciding 5th.
Both teams being aggressive and assertive. I love that. Not backing off at all.
Diving save by Johnson. That goes off the block. And Harburg, credit for the kill.
But credit to Johnson for that big defensive play. And then also Squires. I mean, she was tiptoeing around, making sure she didn't step on anybody and still make a play.
And there it was, the final timeout for Minden here in set number 4. So quick recap, it's Kearney Catholic, the Stars seeded number 1. They came in the top seed. Minden Whippets seeded number 2. And we are at 2-1 right now. Minden on top in sets. And how about Mandernack?
Playing tough. What I just like is her aggressiveness and assertiveness, not backing off. I mean, she's playing tough out there. She leads all attackers with 16 kills. She's hitting a 238. And she's had 42 swings, 6 errors is all. I mean, very efficient, making shots when she can't really put the heat on.
Just look at the team comparison too, Kathy. It's so tight in almost every category. Attacks, 4 attacks different, 172 to 168. Kills, 4 different, 50 to 46. Attack errors, 1 different, 26 to 25. Hitting percentage, 15 points difference. This has been back and forth and as close a battle as we've seen in a state title match.
It's something. We knew it was going to be great. I mean, these two, 1 and 2, but just the play that we've seen them play up to this point in the tournament.
Overpass. Put down. Camry again.
Camry going in hard with a big swing. Defense pops it right back to her, and she is ready to pop back up and make a big, strong swing. Resilient. That's what you call that.
Well, this has not only been closely contested, but the rallies have been long.
Yes.
It's been tight. It's been intense.
Yep.
That alone drains you.
Yep.
And you get a sense and you wonder, who's going to have the stamina and the fortitude to really fight through it.
And it's both physical and mental.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, physically, they've been playing, like we said, they came off a 5-set match, and they were emotionally and physically fatiguing. But it's also mental, because you can't let down mentally. Otherwise, the other team's going to take it away. They're just that good. So you've got to stay in it mentally, and emotionally, you also have to stay calm. You often see these coaches talking to their players and just kind of giving them that settle down, calm, and really they haven't been, we haven't seen emotional roller coasters. We've just seen them playing hard and assertive.
Leader in kills on the season for the Whippets has been Maddie Camry. She came in averaging nearly 5 kills per set. She's been on that pace here this evening.
Absolutely, 16 kills on 62 swings. That young lady is working hard out there, getting lots of swings. We talked about the fatigue factor, but doesn't seem to be hitting her too hard.
How about the triple-double, 16, 17, and 14?
Yep, that's impressive.
They tried to run a slide there, but a little confusion, and it all works out.
Sometimes just a broken play can fall your way or work out.
Kit Schrock back in now. She will serve for the Stars. They have a 4-point lead and 5 away from winning set number 4. That is Shank and the ace. Schrock.
That's exactly what you want, a player coming in to be an impact player, and she steps back there, that service line at a key point in this match, comes up with an ace.
Whippets out of timeouts. Schrock short serve here. Ran the middle, Camry not down. Back to Cameron. She goes off the top of the block and the kill.
Off the top of the block, the defenses are off the edges of the block, so if you can get it over, there's court, there's space, you're gonna get some points. Tough one. We've seen that time and time again, too, this late part of the set. Missed serve.
Lainey Murphy to serve for the Stars. Ran the middle. Betty can't get it down. And 4 hits called on the Whippets. And now the Stars 2 points away. And we're heading to a 5th. Well, the Norris Titans sitting over there, uniforms waiting. Probably were ready to go about an hour ago. Could be another 30 or 40 minutes.
Yeah. And then warm up and yep.
Whippets with the point. Rebecca Lemke serving.
Save. Harburg, great play there.
Point Whippets, they're going to say she was over the net.
Yep. DeZingle going up strong, but official said had not cleared or broken the plane of the net. Not eligible to go after yet. Net on the Whippet block.
So here we are, 24-19, set point for the Kearney Catholic Stars. This point could send us to set number 5, and they'll have at least 4 set points. Harburg knocked down.
Big up.
Great dig. Swing is wide. Point is Kearney Catholic, and the Stars have knotted this at 2 apiece. So for the second time in the 2023 NSAA State Championships, we're going to 5. Come on back. C1 title on the line. The Stars and the Whippets. Who's going to win it all? We'll find out when we come back.
Only the hardest blows can win against the enemy we are fighting. invoking the spirit of our foreman army. They fought with a dash of surprise, both friend and foe, and stayed the courage of seasoned troops. In the 1,000 individual combats.
Thursday night at 9 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Knocking me down, but my heart keeps beating.
If you know where you come from, you'll know where you're going.
I know a brighter day will come.
My lovely city became divided.
Every bruise and every scar makes us who we are.
We were brought up in a culture that valued story.
Our stories deserve to be heard.
Okay, what just happened? It's moving. My heart is singing. They could not imagine existence without the buffalo.
There's no gospel without the totality of African American culture.
Our future looks like us telling our stories.
Wow. God, that's satisfying.
Who we are.
The thing about Native women leaders, they have that toughness, that backbone.
I will continue to fight for our most vulnerable people. There's always work to be done.
I'm proud to say that I am a Native designer. I embrace that.
As a woman, it's a part of my responsibility to take care of the environment. We owe her our life.
Tuesday night at 8 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Well, to step 5 we go. Minden versus Kearney Catholic. I dipped into the Minden huddle and coach said, everyone take a deep breath. This will come down to who has left more in the tank. Be more aggressive. Let's get this done.
So true, right? I mean, it's a race to 15. Good things and bad things are going to happen to you over these next 15 points. Who keeps in system, in composure, in position, and can execute at the end, right?
Absolutely. And I would say at this point, too, it's probably mostly mental and emotional. You know, pushing that, staying with it.
Ran the middle, not down. Good angle, Squires got it. Pushed outside. Tried that tight angle again. This time they're there. Set back over. This is what we're going to get right here.
I was going to say, a long rally to start us off here. We're fighting for this last one.
Not down. Swing is long from Kearney. Kearney just did not get on top.
Both points off of
hitting errors.
Yep.
I was just going to say that. Yep. I think we even saw it a little bit at the end of that other 5-setter that we had. Suddenly, you felt it get tight. There were a lot of bump sets. There weren't a lot of getting underneath balls, moving feet. It was started to play very safe, right?
Yep.
So who can continue to execute, not be safe, attack, but with composure and execution?
Right.
Ace backline, big one.
I think that's key. Who can stay aggressive and not play afraid to lose or afraid to make the mistakes? Go out and do it. Take it.
Grotrian with that ace. And then down the line, got the touch. Harburg with the kill. Don't check that. That's Mandernack with the kill.
Big swing down the line. And just a great tempo. It's beating the block. Plus, they're giving some space. You can see that space between the blockers and line. They're not quite getting out there quick enough either, or taking the hard angle.
Yeah, you could see Emery frustrated with herself, but I felt like that was either going to be on the line,
yep,
or she was going to pick at one of the two, because a great shot. Camry again.
She just keeps producing great shots, great plays. Talked about not backing off. She isn't backing off.
19 kills for Kearney. Yeah, nor is she. Harburg with the big swing there. That's aggression and execution.
Absolutely.
Schrock now into serve for the Stars.
That's a push too.
Great set. And Camry delivers. Now she goes back row.
Both team setters have done some phenomenal job pushing, mixing things up. Just the physicality of both of them has been outstanding. Just not quite there. Communication talking to.
Pulled that one back in. Left-handed tip, and it works. Little left hand of Betty. Just a little Betty boop there.
That's right. Going up after that ball, and she takes that with her left hand. Just enough on it. I like it, Betty boop.
High set out to that pin, and Harburg just waits on it and pounds away.
Margaret Harburg is doing a tremendous job being patient and then explosive, as you mentioned, and she's really reading her situation, her blocks. She's got some gaps. She's swinging through those gaps. She's also taking it hard down the line. It's really about making smart decisions.
Serve wide. 7-5 here in the fifth set. It's a race to 15. Minden wins it. It's their first state championship since 1980.
Oh, Emery all over that. Reaching across the net, you had a beat on Harburg coming in.
And a timeout will be taken by the Stars as Minden has opened up the three-point advantage here in this final set. Another look.
Yep, Dezingle it was up there going up for that swing. But just the pinching in and the coming in to help is what was key there by Emery.
Into it here at the Devaney Sports Center. Just year number 5 under Coach Julie Ratka. As the head coach, she's been with the program for 22 years and trying to lead them to the first title in 43. What is the collective heart rate right there?
I know. And I'm actually watching our coaches too. They're moving and their adrenaline. And somebody put a heart monitor on them.
Right back outside.
Look at that push.
Harburg again. Overpass put down. And Dezingle.
That ball popped up big and fast. Dezingle was up there. Sends it back quick. Doesn't give the Whippets a chance. Tough serve there.
Deep corner. Great job to get a hand on that by Johnson. Tried the angle, just wide.
Yeah, tough ball. You know, not a lot she had to work with there as far as the court.
Good pass in system. Big block. Sent back over again. Pulled her inside that time, just inside off the pin. A double. 4-point lead. And does Chris Connor take her final timeout right now?
Yes.
She does.
Coach Connor has lots of seniors on this team, and this is what they've been pushing for, so I'm sure she's going to collect them, get them under calm, steady, focus. This has been back and forth. Do what we do.
Okay. Take a look at the reaction. Yeah, a little fist pump from Coach Ratka.
And I'm telling you, she is burning in calories over there on that sideline, just as much as these players are on the court. But that's the hard part about coaching. You don't have control, you know, physically out on the court. You trust your players or whatever, but internally you don't have any outlets to go up hard and swing at a ball or whatever. So fun to see her celebrate that and kind of burn a little bit of that juice, that energy she's got. Watch her on the sideline. She's on the move.
Side.
Oh, big swing there. Yeah. Great up, though.
Great up. Right back to her in the back row.
Nice push to the outside.
Net called on the Whippets, and I think she's saying it's the ball that hit the net, not me. Look at it again.
We'll get a chance to take a peek.
No, she hit.
Nope.
Yeah, she got the net.
Definitely. Right call. That's what we want.
Great up by Johnson.
Sitting at hard ankles. Nice change up and results in a positive.
Yep.
That middle of the court, just a tough area to defend. And just the big swings and then mixing it up. So smart. Wow, that block was up and pressed. Nothing was getting by that.
Camry has been so big all match.
Got Camry and Starkey right up front right now. You've got a tough lineup, tough block to get by.
Mandernack not done yet. Good line shot by the senior.
Yep, Mandernack has done a tremendous job.
Yep. Squires now back to serve.
That means she's got 3 hitters up front. Well, she's fully loaded up there.
Now 2 away. And once again, Camry leading the charge. 13-8. Wow, that was a swing.
There was heat on that ball, the velocity of that ball. Wow, that was a safety defensive play too. I'm just saying, that ball was coming hard.
A little frustration coming out of that swing, no doubt.
Or determination, that's what I'm calling it.
There you go. Auburn is long, and here we are. State championship point for the Whippets. Class C1 title is on the line for Minden. Bumped over, opportunity. Pushed out, swing,
and
down.
Still alive.
Match point 1. This upcoming is match point number 2. Off the block, not down. Pushed outside, the tip.
Talked about staying aggressive here in this tight moments.
That's it! Whip it good! The 43-year drought is over! The trophy heading back to Minden.
40-some years later, how exciting. And these two, 1 and 2, what a phenomenal match we had here. Two teams outstanding, pushing it through the end. This is what high school championships are about.
They have not won a title since 1980. 43 years, and the Whippets taking the trophy back to Minden. Purple is golden tonight.
You've worked your entire life for this. Through the ups and downs, you've stood strong, building a legacy to be proud of. With all good things in this world, there are still risks. It's a part of life. You need protection you can count on. We're not just here to insure your equipment, your vehicles, or your home. We're here to protect everything you've built. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Did you know that the #1 reason officials quit is because of verbal abuse from parents and fans? We are losing officials, and we need everyone to respect the ref.
Judges help students to find their voice and become lifelong supporters of the arts. Without these individuals, NSAA activities would not be possible.
I cannot participate in the activities that I love without these officials and judges. So please let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the judges judge.
Coverage of the NSAA Volleyball Championships is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Constellation Energy, and Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. The Whippets win it 15-10 in the 5th, and they are state champions for the first time in 43 years. High fives all the way around. And a big hug from Renee Saunders for Julie Radke. Time now for medals and trophies. Let's go down to Steve Lemon.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, the Nebraska Coaches Association, and the Nebraska Athletic Administrators Association are proud to support positive sportsmanship during the state championships and throughout the season. At this time, we are pleased to present the Sportsmanship Award for Class C1. The trophy is graciously donated by Awards Unlimited. The sportsmanship program is exclusively presented by Currency, which helps businesses grow throughout Nebraska and beyond. We are proud to sponsor this award, and we congratulate our Nebraska students for their achievements. Making the presentation is Nebraska Coaches Association Executive Director Darren Boyson. The Class C1 Sportsmanship Award winner is Malcolm High School. Congratulations, Malcolm High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nebraska School Activities Association is pleased to present medals and trophies to both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Interim Executive Director Jennifer Schwartz and NSAA Board of Directors Robert Drews from Arapahoe and Darren Toby from Broken Bow. Here are the awards for runner-up Kearney Catholic High School. Head coach Chris Connor and her assistants will present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Jenna Bosshammer. Number 4, Lainey Murphy. Number 6, Peyton DeZingle. Number 8, Hazel Harburg. Number 10, Livia Mendernack. Number 11, Natalie Wright. Number 16, Kit Schrock. And now, the seniors. Number 2, Margaret Harburg. Number 3, Claire Cluthy. Number 5, Sophia Connor. Number 9, Avery Mendernack. Number 13, London Carnes.
Thank you so much.
Number 18, Callie Squires. And number 23, Malia Johnson. And now for these outstanding athletes in their school, here's the 2023 NSAA Class C1 State Volleyball Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Kearney Catholic High School. And now to the champions, Minden High School. Head coach Julie Retka, we have a special award for you. Coach Retka and her assistants will present the gold medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 2, Mila Emery. Number 9, Kinsey Land. Number 10, Meredith Johnson. Number 11, Aubrey Bulis. Number 12, Sophia Cederberg. Number 13, Maddie Camry. Number 16, McKenna Betty. Number 17, McKenna Anderson. Number 18, Rebecca Lemke. Number 20, Lydia Petty. Number 25, McKenna Starkey. Number 32, Carmen Gramke. And now the seniors, number 15, Gracie Freeze. And number 33, Sage Grotrian. Presenting the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual, Nebraska is Director of Communications and Marketing, Tyson Billings. And now for these outstanding athletes and their school, here's the 2023 NSAA Class C1 State Volleyball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Minden High School.
Congratulations to the Minden Whippets, the state champs in 2023 in Class C1 volleyball. We'll hear from the champs when we come back here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. They all get done with the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor. Attachments designed to keep you moving. The Kubota BX Series with hydrostatic transmission. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNEsports.com.
Nothing is more local than where you work and where you live. Here at CPI, we're more than just an ag cooperative. We're your partner in the field and in your local community. We strive to provide farmer-first customer service every day in our grain, agronomy, energy, and feed divisions. By investing in our communities, we're supporting our customers, employees, and the future of the ag industry right here in Central Nebraska. CPI, making local matter.
The England of Agatha Christie still exists as much as it did when she wrote about it.
We reveal the places that inspired Agatha Christie's England and uncover the secret origins of her most famous works.
It was the most glorious place for her imagination to run riot.
From lost Victorian seaside resorts to the astonishing Devon landscape of her childhood.
It just gave her roots. It gave her a sense of connection.
Monday night at 8 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Coverage of the NSAA Volleyball Championships is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Constellation Energy, and Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support.
From Lincoln, Nebraska, Minden claims its first state title since 1980. Coach, congratulations first off, but what does that mean to hear that 43 years since a state title?
It means the world. I think it means the world to these kids. It means the world to our community. Our community is such great supporters, so we're so excited.
And Mila and Maddie stepping up big time for this team, both in triple-double digits for their stat sheet. But it's not just about that. It's about how they carry their team and that leadership. What have you seen from them tonight especially?
Great leadership, belief. I think all of our players just believed. Even when we got down in that fourth set, I think they just hung in there. I could tell by their body language in the fifth that they were in it.
Yeah, I stopped by your huddle between the fourth and the fifth set, and I listened in. You told your team just to take a deep breath, and I felt the belief that you had. How much belief is there with this squad?
Oh, they can do anything. Their volleyball IQs are so high, so being able to switch players, which is, we moved some kids around defensively tonight, just did some different things than when we played Kearney Catholic the first time, or the second time in sub-districts, and I thought that was the difference. And then our kids just, I think yesterday's game, the five-setter really helped us, honestly, even though maybe we're a little bit, didn't have as much in the legs, but I just think they knew what they could do.
Coach, our cameras caught your reaction to that match set point. What were you feeling during that moment?
Just a sheer disbelief, no words. Just all the years of hard work, whether it's by these kids or just former alumni, or just total disbelief.
And your motto all year has been trust the climb. You have a mountain in your locker room. How excited are you to go put that final flag on?
I'm really super excited. I literally cannot wait. It just means that all the things that we did throughout the season were worth it.
Absolutely, Coach. Congratulations. Go enjoy. We'll bring in Mila Emery now, the sophomore setter and a key contributor tonight as well. Talked about it, triple-double for you. What was working so well?
I think our defense gave me the opportunity to be able to set the balls to the people, and then the setters to give it to me, and just all out.
It was a five-set battle, a thriller, of course. What was the difference maker down the line?
I think we were just, this is ours. We've worked so hard, all of our training, everything that we have worked for is in this moment, and we were going to win it.
Yeah, you heard Coach talk about trusting the process, trusting the climb. What does that saying mean to you and your team, and how literally you guys take it?
Day by day, we get to practice on time. We do the same thing every day. We warm up, we do our serve and pass, everything to make it to this moment, to be the state champion.
How special is it to share this moment with your community as well? You hear them loud and proud in the stands especially.
It means so much. They're always there. Our crowds are always packed. There's no seating. People are standing at the top all the time, at the doorway. Everyone is there to support us.
And then just for you, in this moment for your team, what has it been like just throughout this journey for you and to get to this mountaintop point and put that final flag in the locker room?
It means absolutely the world. We have worked so hard to get here. All of our teammates wanted this so bad. Our coaches wanted it so bad. And just, I don't know, everything but amazing.
Well, congratulations. Go enjoy it. We'll now bring in McKenna Starkey as well. McKenna, last year this team didn't make it past the semifinals. Now you're holding that state championship trophy. What are the emotions right now for you?
I think we're all just speechless. I mean, we work so incredibly hard to be here. I think every single thing we do has an impact on how we perform and how we do our things.
We talk about trusting the process and all that, but when it comes down to these moments, how did this team stay so composed?
I think we know. Like, we know we're good. We know that we have the ability to achieve anything. I think we're just Minden volleyball. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
First title since 1980. What does it mean to be that team to accomplish it?
I know all the teams since 1980 definitely wanted to be here. I mean, but we're the ones who get to showcase it. So I think we are just so incredibly lucky to be here.
Well, congratulations on the win. Go enjoy it as well. We'll now bring in Maddie Camry, getting to hold that state trophy. What are the emotions for you out on the court? Again, a five-set thriller.
I mean, it's super exciting. It's just, It was super emotional for all of us because we just have such a team atmosphere and we have the best teammates. And so to finally be able to accomplish that with that best team was just super, super special to all of us.
How are all the players encouraging one another on the court? Because I heard it in the huddle a little bit, but from your perspective, what did you hear?
Oh, I mean, the teammates are so good. We have such great teammates who, when you hit a ball out, when you serve a ball in the net, they come up right up to you and they're like, hey, I believe in you. I mean, multiple times this game I heard that, and it just gives you the motivation to go work harder for them. And so it's super, super good. And I mean, our teammates are just amazing, and our coaches just preach that, and they're also super positive to us when it needs to be.
How about the culture of this team, too? What's made Minden this year so special?
I think this was almost a whole new team. We had 6 seniors graduate last year, and so it was a whole new atmosphere. And so going into that, we knew that there's going to be a lot of training. It's going to be hard training because we know that we have a lot of places we need to step up in. And so I think the culture was a lot of belief, but a lot of grit and motivation the whole time.
Maddie, I have to ask about the community once more because even your principal was dressed up in overalls. He had the eye black on, too. How much support do you feel?
It's super supportive. I mean, looking up there, I mean, the stands in Devaney were full on our side, and that's just something that 2 hours away in a C1 school you just don't usually see. We looked up at Kearney Catholic, and there's barely on their side, and ours was full. And so it was super special, and we have some great elderly fans who follow us, but all the way into elementary and younger. But our parents are just super amazing, and food whenever we need, and so that's super special, and they're just great people all around, so it's super nice.
And also to do this for your seniors and get to share that moment with them, what does it mean to you?
It's a lot. I mean, we had 3 great seniors this year that led us in the right direction, and so to be able to send them out with a state championship is super, 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 super special, and I think that's what it meant to us.
Well, congratulations. First one since 1980. Go enjoy it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Anna. The Whippets win it. When we come back, we'll wrap things up in Class C1 and look ahead to the Class B title game.
I like to be informed of things in the world, and PBS NewsHour is great, unbiased, unvarnished facts of what's going on. I think it's a value that needs to be sustained, and even though I'm on a fixed income, I'm going to carve out some money for that. This is important to me. I am Paul Schenkel from Kearney, Nebraska. I watch, listen, and support Nebraska Public Media.
Live sports and documentaries are part of the valued services from Nebraska Public Media. Fans of high school and college sports have a great way to ensure these programs will continue. Join the Nebraska Public Media Sports Partners Club. This is your home for Husker Volleyball, Big Red Wrap-Up, and high school championships. Log on to nebraskapublicmedia.org/sportspartners and explore the benefits of joining. With your support, sports action will stay right here all year long. And thank you.
So when I was growing up, I didn't have cable. And so I watched a lot of Nebraska Public Media, and I grew up watching Between the Lines, and it was part of what made me really passionate about reading. And so I spent a lot of time at the library, and now as an adult, I listen to NPR and Nebraska Public Media like every morning. And so it's been an important part of my everyday life since I was a little kid. And it's so important to support our public programs like that because they provide us information for free and education and entertainment, and it's a really valuable resource.
I'm Billie Jean King. Women's sports changed the whole world.
With your voice, you lead the way. The greatest mystery that Agatha Christie ever created was herself.
What do you suppose it's like falling down a rabbit hole?
We have much to be grateful for.
Back at the Devaney Sports Center. Once again, Minden wins the title in 5, 15-10 over the Stars in the deciding 5th. This is what has happened thus far today. We began this morning at 9 a.m. Overton with a sweep. Jolie Ryan, 15 kills. First ever state title for Overton. Then it was SEM, their first title since 1981. 42 years. Micah O'Neill, 33 kills. She hit 303, and SEM wins at 3-1. Lincoln Luther, 3rd consecutive state championship. Sophia Wogemuth with 19 kills. They win at 15-12 in the 5th, and one more 5-setter just concluded. Minden first title in 43 years. Last one was in 1980. Maddie Camry led the way with 22 kills. Coming up next, we still have the Class B state championship. It's Scott Catholic and Norris, and then we will round out the night. So if you're tuning in right now thinking 7 o'clock, it's time for Southwest to play in La Vista, you got maybe a couple more hours because we've still got a Class B battle coming your way. We've had some long matches here on State Championship Saturday. For Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney. For our entire crew, we'll be back here for the Class B Championship momentarily. Stay with us.